Welcome everybody to a whole new adventure in a game called Patrick's Parabox. I'm Dear Darling, and together we'll step into a world, in a world, in a world, in a world, etc. So yes, this is the new puzzle game we'll be playing. I think I'm not going to say it's a straightforward puzzle game because it's not, but it's more like a level-based puzzle game as I understand it, where every single puzzle is essentially based around the sort of concept of recursion. I mean, you can immediately see it here that each of these, I assume, are levels which we need to solve, and each of these take place in a world which is presumably a level of its own. Looks like X is undo. X is undo, B is redo. I don't know what the reset. Oh, right trigger is reset. And nothing else seems to do anything else. Okay, wonderful. Wait, can we? We can undo past resets. Fantastic. So, let's get into this world. I don't really know necessarily what to expect. Okay, so these outlines are basically the things that we need to align. And once it's done, it's done. Wonderful. So it is a bit of a Sakuban style puzzle game, it seems like. XB, redo, menu. Everything's sort of very neatly wrapped together. You can undo a reset, which is absolutely wonderful news, and I think should honestly be mandatory in any game with a reset. But yes, we're just starting off with simple block pushing at the moment, so I can't imagine we're doing anything crazy, but I think here is when things start getting weird, because I believe this is in the trailer. We can push this block into this tiny puzzle, and now things get weird, because now it's sort of like, oh, we need to actually have that blue block in the correct place as well. Now we can start using these tiny blocks somehow to be able to solve a puzzle as well, and in this case we just do that. So notably, we can only enter it if it's completely stuck up against something. Like in this case, we'd have to go like this and it'll zoom out. I hope it's not nauseating for people, but we go out this way, and then we want to, let's think about this, do this, come up here, push that down, push that in, and we're done. Okay, this feels like it's going to get very complicated very quickly. Okay, so this one, it looks like we sort of push it across here. Can we push out? We can. We push out into position, push out into position. So we're only in world 1, so we can't expect anything to be particularly difficult. Oh, that's interesting. This one of the solutions, well, the solution, I should say, full stop, requires the yellow block to be inside this blue block. Okay. Okay, actually, it's not that difficult. Upon introspection, we just had to go in one side and then make sure we push it in through the other side. Okay, wonderful. But you know, I love my Sakuban style games. You know how much I love Babra's You. So certainly this seems like it's exactly up my alley. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it absolutely is. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a meta element to the puzzles as well, Babra's You style. Like, can we start pushing these levels around? No. How do I get out? Return to hub. Save file? Settings? Extras? Okay, well, we can think about that stuff later, but it looks like we're going another layer down into enter. Wait, what was this one called? Intro. What's this? These are some general puzzle solving tips that I find useful. You can access these at any time in the menu under extras, tips, custom levels, credits, links, recurse? What does that mean? Oh, I see. How fun. Undo, redo, and reset are useful tools. Don't be afraid to use them often. It can be helpful to imagine how a puzzle would look when solved and work backwards from there. So these are just general solving puzzle tips. Figuring out, not necessarily specific to Patrick's Parabox. Who is Patrick anyway? I guess our block is Patrick, but I'm not really sure. Figuring out things that don't work can be helpful to narrow down your options. Trying a different puzzle and coming back later can give you a fresh view if you're stuck. All good tips, I must say. These puzzles are meant to be challenging, with no expectation of solving them quickly. Okay. I can't wait to find out how they completely break our brain. by introducing very strange mechanics. Oh, this is odd. There's only 2 end positions. Right. It seems to me we basically use you as storage. So does that mean this gold one doesn't need to be put down into end position? It doesn't. Okay, so we only need to fulfill the criteria that is given to us. Can we push the level onto the block? We can. Interesting. I don't think it's relevant in this one necessarily. We just trap it in here. And that's the only way we can go to the left of it, is actually if we push it into here, then circle around and bring it back out. Okay. Okay. It's all dandy so far. Wow. Okay. I mean, this doesn't seem too hard. Just seems like this needs to go over here. Oh. But again, we still are early days. I'm sure these levels are going to get insanely difficult, because I think the Steam page said there's about 300 different levels, which seems insanity to me. What's the point of this? Okay, weird. Ah, these need to be stacked on top of each other, I guess. Right, so now we're getting into an interesting level of recursion. Can we go directly into this? We can! Right. Okay, so we can skip out, like, layers of recursion, I suppose. We don't have to strictly go from one to the next to the next. We skipped into 2 there. I assume this is meant to be a hard level. Ah, this is already in a fitting place. Okay, interesting. I think we need to temporarily put you in here before we bring you out again. And then we push you up. Because if we try to do it, if we just try to scoop you out normally, then we wouldn't actually be able to bring you up. So the C blocks are quite good. Challenge puzzle, solve a red challenge puzzle. Nice. Is this 2 goals or is this just 1 goal? That's just 1 goal. Okay. I think that's just good to know. So we need to somehow use it to get... No, we don't. I was going to be like, we need to somehow use this block to get the second blue block on there, but no, we don't. We only have 2 end goals, so we can put the orange block on there instead. Zoom in, zoom out. With a mouse? Ah, we can click on pieces to zoom in on. This is a really weird shape for this one. I'm not sure what we need it for. Oh, I see. Okay, so probably what we need to do, I haven't figured out how yet, but we use this to push it in like that, and then we can use that little divot there to bring it back out. Okay. This game is very neat in the sense that it gives us the basically exact minimum amount of things that we need to be able to solve a puzzle. Okay. So this one, looking at it, you may want to immediately start pushing it in to the left side through the right side. And we put like, you want to put the orange piece in and then put the blue piece in afterwards, but we actually need to sort of load it like a gun. Otherwise we won't be able to get the blue block out. Okay. This one looks like it will be a similar situation. Ah, no, it's not. Hold on. Right, so this one's all about getting the orange block out. Right, okay, I see. Got it. We use these blue blocks as a brace, essentially. Then we use that little divot to be able to get ourselves out, and then boom, done. Okay, again, I have to reiterate, we're still early levels, if it looks like I'm breezing through this. This looks also similar. We do something like this, we put these ones all in place, and we just use these blue blocks to basically brace and allow us to walk into the recursive square. Well, it's not a recursive square, it's just like one layer down. So yeah, I must reiterate, we're only one world in. So it's going to get a lot harder. This looks like it's 4 levels of recursion. Oh my word, okay. I don't know if this is a bad move, but... Okay. It's a lot, that's what it is. Ah, interesting, the entire edge allows us to come out here. What happens when we push it in? It always gets pushed into the middle. But if we bring it out, we can do it on any edge. Okay, I think that's actually good information to know. So this is introducing us to much deeper levels of recursion. Is that us? Experience recursion. Right. Yeah, so this is actually true recursion now at this point, isn't it? Wow, okay, weird. So we're in the level. Okay, okay. I get it, I get it. Oh, this is quite mind-breaking. We don't even need to do that because we can be over here, right? What do we need to do? We need to walk out the left side, and then we do that. Right. Wow. Okay, so this is the bread and butter of Patrick's Parabox. Now it's introduced to us all the baby stuff. I joke, of course it's not baby stuff, but it's introduced to us the basic mechanics. Now we're getting into the real meat and potatoes of what's going on. Okay. So this seems like fairly straightforward. We just do this, push it out, hop back in ourselves. Okay. This is going to be mind-breaking, I can already tell. So it seems like we do this, and then we do this. This is cool. I like this. Right, so what do we do here? Well, the only thing we can really do is push this up. So I guess we can do this, so we can push it down again. Yes, and then we put it in here, we come out the top, and then we push it off to the left. Wonderful. Very nice, great introduction to these sort of levels, but they do very well at easing us in, I think. Okay. My initial thought is what is my initial thought? That's a good question. Because putting anything in the corner will break things here. And we need both blocks. So the general idea is we need to get this block away from that wall. And the fact we have a space in there suggests to me that we need the space somehow. But the thing is, putting anything against this wall seems like it breaks things. How do things interact if we try and exit out a wall? We can't, okay. How about if we try and exit out a block? We just push it, right? See, the fact that exits on the bottom seems actually quite useless. My hunch is it's not actually useless now I look at it. I think we put this in and we basically treat it like a teleporter. Yes, okay, there we go. That's basically what a recursion block is. It's a teleporter. That's a way to think about it. Okay. So this one, I don't necessarily know which block we need down there. This one can't leave a corner though, because we cannot push it. We can only recurse into it. Which is interesting, because this can't also leave that. I guess we can do this to push it in. Which is good. And then we need to go underneath. And then we do this. We go back in. Well, we don't have to go back in, but we could. We do this, and we come back out. We push it up. Push it up once more. Then we come back out. Push it to right and go up. Interesting. You know the one thing I think this game is missing? I think it's missing the levels having cute names. Oh, hold on. And now it's been given a white border. What does this mean? Level select. User area select hub. Whoa, okay. So the white border means that the entire level is done. Okay. Sure. Empty. New mechanic. It's just an empty block. We can't go outside of it, but we can enter it from any side. Now that's interesting. Oh. But it still counts for the purposes of solving a level, which is good. Okay. Is that empty? That's not empty. So we need to push this up against a wall. Huh? This is a weird place to put this block, to be honest. It's not immediately obvious to me what to do. How does this interact with this? Pushes it out. Because I think that presents a problem, because we can't do what we usually do with this. An empty block means that happens, but we can do this instead. Right, interesting. So it means to push it up against a wall, the empty block has to be up against a wall, which proves difficult if we want to use it as a brace, essentially. But it means that we can exit any side, and that gives us opportunities. Okay, there must be something in here which we need to... Whoa, it's an empty block inside an empty block. Now, ain't that something? Is every empty block always 5 by 5? Am I overthinking this one? Ah, empty blocks absorb. Right, so we actually need to do this the other way around. We need to do this. We need to go in ourselves, and then we need to push it out from the inside. So, okay, empty blocks basically invert the way we need to treat blocks. In a weird way. It's what it wants you to do, but then we can't. So probably what we actually need to do, I think, is something like this, right? We come in as well, we put it in position, and then we exit out the right. Ah, what an interesting mechanic. We got 90 minutes. I think that's good progress to make on episode 1, to be honest. Because it looks like we have these 2 challenge levels. I'd imagine might give me a bit more trouble. So I want to tackle them both in the next one. So, we'll round this episode up here. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Patrick's Parabox. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewells. Until next time. Bye-bye for now.